So apparently ChatGPT can write software programs like desktop widgets. Check this out. I asked ChatGPT the other day if it could do this, and it led me down this rabbit hole, and eventually I came up with this program right here. So this is a program on my computer that I can click on. It opens this panel, and then I can play with the positions, the size, let's see here. And what this does is shows my keystrokes, because I wanted to make something like this for some of my YouTube videos where I do tutorials in specific software so that people watching can get my keystrokes, right? And I built this with ChatGPT, and it works perfect. There were a couple of bugs with this that I couldn't figure out on my own, and I had to get outside help to look at it. But with one other person looking at it for 5 minutes, gave me some ideas, and then I told that to ChatGPT, and it fixed the bugs, and this is what I ended up with. Anyway, it took a little bit of editing, but it works. So for this video, I wanted to show you a program that I created where it's just ChatGPT, and I didn't go in and do any editing, digging through Python. I just had ChatGPT make it. So that's this one, the timer project. So the purpose of this one is I just want a timer that counts down. I give it a number, it counts down, it shows the number of seconds, like 67 seconds instead of saying 1 minute, 7 seconds. There, so that's something that was created with ChatGPT. So now let me take you a little bit on my journey on how I created this. Because as you're gonna see, it's not super easy, but it's easy, okay, to create programs with ChatGPT. I said, can you build me a Python executable program that does the following? I want to create a timer that shows on screen and counts down. First, I need an input where I can type the amount of seconds that I want on the clock, and then a button to start the timer. And when I start the timer, the seconds count down to 0. So I did that, it gave me this. I tried it. I put that into Visual Studio Code as my code editor. So you just open that up. Maybe one of these days I'll take you through like the actual process of doing it, but you just open up Visual Studio Code, create a new Python file, paste this code into it, and then I said, how do I use the command prompt to build this program? And it told me, okay, first make sure you have PyInstaller, so just type this into your command prompt, and then type this in. Oh yeah, so first it wanted me to go to the right directory and then build the program, right? So I said, how do I get to the directory? Because I'm not an expert at the command prompt, so I've never done this before. I've done this one other time, right? So I said, how do I navigate to the directory? It gave me this. So I typed in CD, go and find the file path, paste that in, and it took me to the right folder. Then I had to paste in this code. And I had to change the name of this because I saved my file as something else, as screen timer instead of just timer. But put that in it, it built the program, and I'm not kidding, in maybe 5 minutes I had a program that did exactly what I said here. It wasn't pretty, and I'll show a clip of that. Then it built it, and then I had the program, and it worked. Right? Awesome, the program is working. Now I'd like to play with formatting a little bit. So I gave it a couple things. I gave it too much to do in this one, and it was kind of frustrating because it tried to do it all at once, and there was a bug somewhere, and I couldn't figure out where that bug was. And it kept trying to make it, and eventually I said, Nope, it isn't working. The terminal opens for 1 second and then crashes. Think outside the box here and rewrite the entire program from scratch with 0 bugs. And so he said, certainly, I'll do that. And it tried again and still didn't work. So then eventually, somewhere in here, I just had it go back to the original script and we started over from that point. Like, I know this one works. So then I decided I need to start introducing features one at a time so that I can debug it better, because I wasn't going to go dig through the code for this. I wanted ChatGPT to figure it out. So I think this one worked. It ran. What I mean by working is it actually ran and didn't crash, because what it was doing was trying to open up the program, but then it would crash. The transparency of the clock was the problem, but for the next while, I couldn't get the transparency to work, and when it thought that it was working, then now the program was crashing again. Eventually, like, I kept doing it over and over again, and what was happening was there was a command prompt window that was popping up, and it did like 7 lines of code, and then it would crash before I had a time to look at it or copy it. So I opened my snippet tool, snippet tool, so that right when the code filled out, I took a screenshot and then typed that all into here. So this is what that screenshot said, and I typed that in and said, oh, okay, I had a problem with the TTK scale, which you do to the resolution, whatever, whatever this means. And then it removed that from the code, said this should work, and then, but it was trying to do a super simple code just to fix that problem. And so I said, okay, I went back to the last one that was working, and I said, this is the current code that I'm using, and I copy and pasted that whole code from my editor from Visual Studio Code into this, and said, this is the code that I'm using, and this is the error that I'm getting. And it said, oh, okay, then go change this line in the code. So I had to open up the code and change that line. But find that line first, and then make sure that it looked exactly the same. You could also just say, can you rewrite my whole program but fix that line, and ChatGPT would do it. So it started working, and then what I really wanted to do, a couple more things. I wanted it to say time's up when the time ran out, instead of having a pop-up window, because what was happening is right when the timer ran down, then another window would pop up that said time's up, and that was just too many windows all over the place. So I wanted it to stay in that same text bubble. Can you make the clock window function like a ghost? So if my cursor is on the clock, I can select what is behind the clock. And this led me down a rabbit hole. And this feature was kind of my wish list feature. And it didn't matter what I did, I couldn't get it to work. And things were breaking. And eventually I decided that it's okay. I can put it somewhere on the clock, somewhere on my screen, that it doesn't matter if I can click behind it. I had to give up on one feature, but the rest of the features that I wanted did go into this program, and I only ever had to actually go in and fix one line of code in the script, and it told me exactly what to fix. So I don't count that as me debugging it, because ChatGPT did that. So if you take all that into account, all it took to create this program was ChatGPT, the free version. I'm not even paying for the upgraded version, right? I'm using the free ChatGPT. I'm using the free Visual Studio Code and command prompt, which is just on the computer. So it always opens this up, this console, and there's still an error in there, but this program is working. There, so that's something that was created with ChatGPT.